We're always thrilled when Jamaicans make us proud. And in recent weeks, we had one such occasion to celebrate. And that is when Jodi-Ann Singh was judged and crowned Miss World 2019. It is indeed my pleasure to have her here for Profile, a special edition of Profile. I'd like to thank the Julia Morley organization and members of the Ministry of Culture who made this possible. So Jodi-Ann, we're coming to you right now. Here we go, my special guest, Jodi-Ann Singh. We are absolutely proud of you and delighted that you could join me for Profile. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you for
Jodi-Ann
having me.
Singh, Miss World 2019. What was that feeling like on the stage as you prepared for the final moment when there were 5 of you standing there?
Well, it's funny because I had just finished singing a beautiful song with 10 other amazing vocalists that were in the pageant with me, my sisters. So we had just sung this song and it talked about the world in union, and you saw all these children come up, they're our future. Really, I was already overwhelmed by that and so grateful and so happy that by the time I remembered I needed to go to stand in the area for top 5, I was still on a high from that. It was awesome. Really
so
incredible.
Your name is called. We saw the reaction. I was watching it
Yes.
live. What was happening inside of you when you heard Jodi-Ann Singh?
Yes, they said Jamaica,
And that's Julia Morley said Jamaica.
Yes, and I'm thinking to myself, what? What? And you know, I have to take a moment. I have to. I'm thinking, okay, God, please don't make me drop. All right, you can see there's a moment where I'm.
Yes, I noticed, but you pretty much composed yourself.
Right?
Yeah.
And I got my composure back, and then I realized Nyeka was running, and it always
That's Miss
coming,
Nigeria.
Miss Nigeria, that's her name, Nyeka. And she's running, and I'm, you know, all of these things are happening all at one time. It was just, it was incredible.
What did she say to you when she got across to you?
Jamaica. I said, I wish I could hold it. She said, Jam, it's you, Jam. And I'm like, no, you see me, I'm shaking my head. And she's like, yes, it's you. And she's hugging me up. Oh, it was so incredible.
Did you have a good relationship with her prior to that moment?
Yes, you know, we were all a part of the green team. And I remember I had about that amount of energy and excitement when she was running for us in the fitness challenge. And she came up so high. You know, she was in the top 3 and we're screaming and we're shouting and I'm watching her run and she was magnificent.
So hang on, there was a fitness challenge?
Yes.
How did you do in that?
Yeah. I'll tell you the truth. I know. As a Jamaican, everybody's like, is she also Usain Bolt? And I will admit, I will put it on the table now, I am absolutely not Usain Bolt. No, I can, you know, cheer. I did ballet, but, you know, I'm a bit asthmatic and I try not to overexert myself in the running and the high jumps and things like that.
I'm looking at the crown. When they placed it on your head, what went through your mind? It's beautiful, by the way.
Yes, it is a magnificent and very historic crown. It's incredible and it's been on the head of some of the most amazing women in the world. And that's really it. I don't take it lightly. Even in the moment that Vanessa placed it on my head, you could understand that it wasn't really the crown. It's really not about the crown. It's about the task that's been handed to you, the baton.
Indeed. Let's talk about that task.
Yes.
How will your life change over the next year based on the responsibilities you'll have as Miss World 2019?
Yes, it's incredible. It's a dream. You know, you're passionate about something, which is serving others and making changes in your community, because that's really all that I could do in my community. And now I have the opportunity to travel the world in search of causes, in search of the need and the way that I can help to fulfill whatever those needs are. That is my year. That is what we do.
What will your focus be during this year?
Yes, you know, I'm very big on sustainability. So we don't want to come and just bring you a book. We want to make sure that whatever it is that we're giving, whatever it is that we're doing, it makes a lasting change in someone's life. So if we're working with, for example, the women's centers in Jamaica, these women are going to give birth to children that are going to give birth to children that are going to, we want to make sure that they have the means to break cycles, to make their capabilities into opportunities.
Why did you choose the Women's Center?
Yes. you know, in my own family history, both of my grandmothers had their children during their teenage years. In that time and in our parish, that wasn't necessarily hard to find. It was rather the culture. But they made it an effort to push for their children to you know, get their educations, to find a way out of the cycle. And because of that push, I have seen, you know, what has happened in my life, where I was able to explore all my dreams. Anything I was interested in, I was able to explore. You know, and that's something that I'm so lucky to have had, and that's why I'm so passionate about making sure other
Speaking of your grandparents and speaking of exploration, let me take you back to Bath in St. Thomas.
Yes.
What were those years like?
Yeah, you know, I spent most of my cognizant years, you know, the ones that you fully remember, traveling. So I study in the States, and then I come home and we get off the plane and we go straight to St. Thomas. That's why I say that's where I'm from, because in my mind, even when I'm in the States, even when I'm studying, you know, and I'm at school and stuff, I go home to St. Thomas, and it's incredible. It's my grandmother's cooking, it's the river, it's the fountain, it's everything.
So you explored as a child?
Yes.
Yes, and you have Bath, one of our precious places of interest in Jamaica.
Yes.
Have you been inside that Bath
The
fountain?
fountain.
Yes.
Yes, I have not only been in it, it's a regular thing for us. I know that people that don't come from the area might think, you know, the Bath fountain, and it is that incredible. But maybe we take it for granted, because I would just walk up there in the morning and just wash my hair and drink some of the water and sap up a little bit, get some of the mud and, you know, detoxify, and then sleep the rest of the Sunday. You know, those type of things. It's home. It's home.
Speaking of home, let's talk a little bit about school.
Yes.
Where did you attend school in the early days, and then
Yes.
going into Florida?
So I went to Kingsway Prep here in Jamaica, and then when I went to the States, I went to, wow, I'm trying to remember all now. I went to Corkscrew Middle School. I went to Palmetto Ridge High School in Naples, Florida for maybe 2 years, and then I finished my high school education at the Community School of Naples. It was a phenomenal opportunity for a private education that has really, you know, rounded out my understanding of the world, and it gave me the opportunity to go to Florida State in Tallahassee, Florida. And
what did you pursue?
yes, so women's studies and psychology, and my hope is to be a doctor. And there's a lot of work between, you know, now and that goal, but you know, you got your undergraduate degrees and then you push towards that.
We're going to take a break now.
Yes.
And when we come back, I want you to tell me where the performing started in your life.
Right, no problem.
And if there was training to get
Yes.
you to the point where you have this absolutely fabulous voice.
Thank you
and
so
when you
much.
belt out, my Lord, all that power and energy comes with it.
Thank you.
I'm talking with Jodi-Ann Singh, Miss World 2019. We take a break. When we come back, I'll continue this conversation. That powerful voice, I'm telling you.
Thank you.